What's going on, YouTube? You already know who it is. It's real, back with another one. School of Fish, part 9. So we're gonna be talking about the Opps of Pisces. Gemini, Libra, Capricorn. Now, let's talk about this. One thing for certain is that when you're a Pisces, you can't trust no Capricorns. Can't trust no Geminis. And hell, you better watch your ass when you're dealing with a Libra. See? Now you ask yourself, why would a Capricorn be an enemy of Pisces? It doesn't start off like that. See, at first, it's like you two just start to get along so well in the beginning until both of y'all or one of y'all starts to make money, starts to become successful. Then you start to realize that, wow, the Capricorn starts to show their true colors towards the Pisces. See, a Pisces doesn't care about material gain. Because Pisces understands that what? You can't take it with you when you pass away. Now, fortunately for Capricorn, it's more about everything that you could touch. It's all about what you can go to the store and buy. See? But this is the thing. When you're dealing with Capricorn, you're dealing with deception. See, Capricorns don't show you their hand. They don't show you their cards. So there's no integrity. There's no accountability when you're dealing with them. They hide their intentions. They hide their hidden motives against you. So Pisces is going to be very difficult for you to find out the true facts about, oh, how does this person really feel about me? Because when it comes to a Capricorn, they're not going to feel shit. They're not going to feel shit when it comes to, oh, me and this Pisces are cool. Or, hey, me and this Pisces are in a relationship. They don't care. So that's the thing you got to watch, is because the only thing that they particularly care about is fire signs. See? And that could just be for comfort. That could be for, you know, a cover-up for their insecurities. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live. And see, when you start realizing, like, wow, who are my hidden enemies? Then I'm telling you right now, it's Capricorn, Gemini, and Libra. These three are your main ops. These are the ones that will set you up, talk about you behind your back, and pretend to be a friend of yours just for you to later find out that they were your enemy the whole time. But you gotta ask yourself, why? Why would these people turn on me and I ain't done nothing to them? You done show love to these people. I don't know who I'm talking to, but hey, you behind the camera, hey, this could be you. You've been doing everything right. You've been helping these people. You've been listening to these people vent to you. But these particular ones, they act like they care about you, Pisces. They act like they got your back. They act like, oh, we're brothers. And hey, if it's a female, she may say, oh, we're sisters. Only to later find out that it was far from that. But if you could just think about this for 1 second, and you can look at yourself. Now, understand what you give is not always what you'll get back. So we can't expect that as a Pisces. But when you're dealing with Gemini, this is how it's gonna go. See, a Gemini will pretend that they're cool. I mean, I'm not even talking about your friend. I'm talking about just being cordial. They'll pretend like, oh, like they're listening to you when they're not. You could tell them something that, hey, something bad had happened to you or something that was unfair, and they'll act like they're listening to you, but they're not. And see, it's when you start to rise. They watch you by observing you, and they see that whole, you know, hey, this person is well successful on their own. Let's say they feel like, oh, you could survive on your own and you're really good at something. They could actually observe you and see your potential. only to feel jealous and envious at the same damn time. See, the twins don't have no positive influence on Pisces. This is something that a lot of people don't even realize. They don't realize it because when you observe a Gemini, it's almost like they only become entertained or interested when there's chaos, when there's something bad happening, when there's defamation of character, when somebody is trying to slander your name or trying to just make you look like, oh, you did something bad. Maybe it could be a scandal, a rumor. This is the only time you really see a Libra become active. Something activates within them to where they start to become hyper focused on the gossip concerning you. But anytime you come to them with some just a basic information that has nothing to do with anybody, maybe it could just be you trying to learn more about your job, get some extra training. Oh, they don't want to do that. They don't want you to actually see them in a position where they don't feel like they want to be in that situation with you. They don't want to train you, so they won't. See, they don't want to listen to you talk. They want to pick and choose what is the juicier gossip, the gossip within your conversation, to which they will listen to it because they like to smear mess and they like to take sides as long as it keeps the chaos going. See, so let's say somebody starts a rumor about you being a creep. All of a sudden that Gemini will let that person vent. It pretty much will show a listening ear to that negativity, to that garbage. Then when they see your reaction, which a Gemini always goes for what? Reactions. Once they see you reacting to it in a defensive way, or you just saying, hey, that never happened, it's not true, what is that Gemini gonna do? They will become curious. See, this is the problem. That curiosity killed the cat. That applies to a Gemini, because they become hyper curious about somebody else's business, situations, whatever it may be, that is not concerning them. They help themselves to knowing other people's problems or anything that's going on. And then all of a sudden, they want to add their opinion to it. They want to get involved. See, that's the problem. They want to participate to something that has nothing to do with them. And then this is the number one thing that people don't actually, when you see a Gemini do this, is that they'll take sides to a stranger concerning you just because you two had a falling out in the past. So it's almost like they become friends with your Opps just to keep that reaction going within you if you do it. And see, when it comes to, let me see, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you gonna come in here and use this, hey, just get the hell out of here, fam. Hey, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm blocking you right now. How about that? I ain't even giving you no timeouts. I'm just blocking you. You just lost your chance of getting any type of sauce from me. So it is what it is. But like I say, anybody say something stupid, bro, I'm just gonna block you, bro. I don't got no time for this. Hey, it ain't gonna be no timeouts, fam. You can just go on and get out of here. Like I say, people oftentimes don't understand just how dangerous that Gemini could be to you. When you're a Pisces, you really gotta watch a Gemini. You really have to watch Libra. Because Libra is similar to a Gemini, except here the Libra is trying to save face and doesn't want you to see the low blows that she gives them. See, she likes to throw rocks and hide her hands and try to keep it cute. But it's almost like the most annoying thing when you're a Pisces and you're dealing with these undercover haters, these undercover zodiac signs of which I mentioned. Why not, in a perfect world, you would think it's okay to own your intentions. It's okay. It's okay to be honest and to not waste somebody's time and just say, hey, I don't like you. And hey, I'm your op. And hey, I wish you would go and woo. You know, just keep it real with your intentions. But unfortunately, when it comes to Capricorn, Gemini, and Libra, they can't do it. They simply can't do it. It's always got to be deception. It always got to be them being fake. See? Being fake and two-faced it. So it's like, in life, you really don't see them as having any real friends. You never see them having a real relationship or connection. So now you're dealing, like I say, when you're dealing with someone like a Gemini, and like I say, it's to the point where I'm gonna share a story with y'all just to give you a little imprint, little blueprint of how this goes. So I knew this Gemini woman. I worked at this job, and I remember that me and this Gemini woman, we fell out just because it was over an email. And we went back and forth with this whole email thing, or going back and forth, we writing each other. And basically she's telling me that I stole time. She's like, oh, you stole time. You clocked in at this time and you didn't leave until such and such. And there's no way you sat in a boring store that she owns for X amount of hours. And I told her I always do this because why? I'm usually on my phone anyway. I'm on my phone doing all kind of things. I'm on YouTube. I'm writing notes. I'm taking notes down. I'm researching. And she's like, no, there's no way you could be in a boring store for 6 hours on your phone. She didn't believe it. So, and I was like, you know what? I could just leave. I'm saying to myself, I could just leave the situation, quit. But then this would benefit her because it's almost like that's going to make me look guilty by me quitting. So I stayed and I talked to the co-owner, which is her husband. And he told me like, oh, you know, I know you're a good worker. And, you know, hey, I know I know that you mean well and whatnot. And he said, yeah, his girlfriend can get carried away at times. Okay. But you got to understand, like, him saying that to me, they're husband and wife. So I know they're talking to each other about me and what they feel and whatever they think, which I don't give a damn. But he's telling me, oh yeah, he's saying the opposite of what this Gemini woman is saying to him. And then he's like, yo, you're a good person, woo-de-woo, and hey, I like you. I like, you know, the type of work you bring to the company. So she ended up calming down. She toned it down for at least an X amount of months. Then I got promoted to manager. So it was through him. He said, hey, you've been here for a long time. Hey, I want to promote you to manager. I said, okay, cool. But here's the catch. When I asked him, well, what is the pay? Yeah, what does the pay look like? Is this going to be an increase in pay and whatnot? Now, here's the thing. He said, well, hey, you'll have to talk to my wife. He didn't say my wife, but he said you have to talk to the owner. You have to talk to the Gemini woman concerning your pay increase. Here's where it gets ugly. I go to her, I say, hey, is there a pay increase for, you know, a promotion? She said, unfortunately, not for you. See? And she said, unfortunately, not for you because you haven't, you know, she's basically saying like, oh, you haven't done anything as far as the, you know, perks or whatnot. There's a bunch of bullshit, in other words. She basically came up with a quick lie to cover up the fact that because we had a falling out is why she wouldn't give me a raise, but then she promoted me. It doesn't, this is why I say it's complete bullshit. It's complete bullshit. Don't even, why don't you just fire me if you just hate me? Don't give me a fake promotion, see? But see, the problem here is that through social manipulation, Gemini will do that to you where they can easily get under your skin with things because whatever they give you in there, let's say, because like I said, when you're dealing with the twins, what? You're dealing with two personalities. You're dealing with one half of them is envious and the other half of them is jealous. So every time they harp on, and look, how do you know this to be true is because if you will always be harping and looking for a reaction out of people, there's only There's only two causes, because you're jealous and you're envious. So you're just doing things and saying things just to get a reaction out of someone because you don't like something about them, which is petty. And then when you look at the pettiness within all the zodiac signs, Libra, very petty. So petty to the core with any little thing that makes them look less than. They feel like, oh, you're attacking their image and their reputation because, oh, you broke up with them in the workplace in front of what, two people that nobody knows. And it's almost like they'll make it seem like those two people are the president and his wife. And it's like, wait, I just broke up with you. I didn't give a damn who was sitting in the damn room with us, but because she's trying, or he is trying to save face, they like to do everything in a classy way that protects their image. So when it comes to diplomacy and them being diplomatic of how they do things, they always want to impress the audience, the crowd, whoever is in attendance. But when you're dealing with Capricorn, Capricorn is all about status, see, and reputation. So when you're dealing with them, and let's say it's something concerning you, you best believe that they're only going to keep you around to use you, see, to use you, to be for you to be someone that they can possibly capitalize from, get something out of, take advantage. But this is the problem with these three zodiac signs. When you're a Pisces, you oftentimes are the empath. You oftentimes absorb. And see, there's a lot of things about you where you think before you do things. So you may say to yourself, there's no point in me addressing anything with these individuals, even though I'm very in tune with what they're doing. Because you know the detriments, you know the outcomes, you know, okay, this person is just looking for a reaction. Why, I'm not going to give them one. So you might not say anything to that particular person with that sign. Now, the problem is when you know all of this is going on within you, you know that you haven't told a soul about what you know. Oftentimes when you show patience, you realize that people think they're taking advantage of you. When you go quiet, when you don't share everything that you're up to and what you know, people assume that you're weak. People assume that you're timid. People assume that, oh, you're nervous, or hey, you know, it could be you just not wanting to talk, because even if you were to socialize with certain people, you may slip up and tell that person something that you know. It may be a secret. It may be something that you found out about a person. So what I'm saying all this to say, what I did was I basically hung in there as long as I could, but I did set that boundary and said, if she disrespects me one more time, sorry, you guys, this thing is loud. I said, if she disrespects me one more time, I'm done. I quit. It doesn't matter at that last moment, because Pisces, even if you quit, it doesn't mean that, oh, that person got the better of you or got the best of you. You quit draws the line and ends the cycle, because just know this. People don't know people don't value what they have until they lost it. See? Until you're gone, people don't understand. They value. See, a lot of times people, they front and they lie and they act like they don't need you because they don't like you. And then as soon as you leave, oh, now you mean something to them. Now they miss that value of that person that was in that company. See, but that's the whole thing. When you're dealing with Gemini, they become envious. Part of them is envious. They want to see, they have no identity. They have no structure. It's an air sign. Mutable, constantly changing, because they can't see why they constantly change and shapeshift is because one moment, one personality becomes what? Boring. So they keep switching off because they look at the next big thing coming. Superficial, you know, being superficial about everything. Being petty about everything. wearing shoes that don't fit them. See, now they chase reactions, and that in itself is what? Pertaining to negativity. So they always want to involve themselves in any little thing that they feel they can get a reaction, get some shit started. Those are the activities, those are the things that they like to put themselves into the most. So Pisces, when it comes to you and you just being happy in solitude, you just doing your own thing, you being quiet, you trying to use that silence for peacefulness, just know when you're dealing with Mercury, when it comes to air sign, they're going to try to disrupt it. When you come against a Capricorn or in a company of a Capricorn, they're going to try to what? Remind you of who you used to be around them. Because that's what Capricorn does. They try to destructure you as a person. So let's say when you was friends with that Capricorn, you may have been a certain type of way that they got used to. This is the problem with people underestimating Pisces, is the fact that they think that you're the same way every day. You're a mutable sign. So they think that, oh, this Pisces is the same goddamn way I met them on last month, 2 months ago. And as soon as you quit, soon as you turn away from them, soon as you break free, because you have outgrown those people or that situation, now they try to remind you of who you used to be. Now they try to minimize your growth by trying to bring you back to who they became addicted to and comfortable with. Because this is the thing about Pisces. Pisces is formless. So Pisces is okay with being comfortable with being uncomfortable. See? And vice versa. So you can't put Pisces to a situation that they won't adapt to. It don't matter who a Pisces is around, Pisces will adapt. And if a Pisces meets somebody that they don't adapt to, what are they going to do? They're going to match his energy so that they could be identified. See? And it's through alchemy of which one feels through being an empath. So Pisces, once you start hanging around a Pisces, they're going to connect to you, they're going to merge with you. So then you're going to become more like them, especially in their environment, especially in their home, their neck of the woods. See, you can't, just like with Scorpio, you can't hide. You can't hide anything that you just keep trying to hide within you is going to come out. And it's concerning the mask. See, but what I'm trying to say here is Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, they all wear masks when it comes to Pisces. Because one thing for certain is they don't want you to know what lies within their soul. Concerning you, Pisces, they don't want you to know. But here, this is the most powerful thing about it. They know that you see through them, Pisces. They know you see through them. That's the whole reason why they put up these facades and these lies, and they try to throw you off to try to drain you. They try to drain you because they are afraid of you, what you've become. They're afraid of who you're going to be without them. They can't benefit. And see, that's the thing with Gemini. Gemini doesn't understand that you're competing with yourself as much as they will want you to compete with them. But because you're competing with yourself in silence, it kills them. It fucks them up because now they feel like, oh, this person has a life of their own. This person has a mind of their own. Like I said, I don't have nothing against Gemini. What this live segment is about is to be aware. I'm all about self-awareness. See, a lot of times, some Pisces end up finding out later that, oh, that Gemini that I was working with that I thought was cool is actually an op. See, not an op works against you. See, it's not always just, oh, this person is out to get me. This person might try to disrupt the peacefulness and the stillness and the silence of a Pisces. Have you ever been in a situation when you're a Pisces and you're around a Gemini and you just being peaceful and in your whole solitude just by yourself? You might turn the music down where, hey, the Gemini might find that it's too quiet in this room. Let's turn the music up. Hey, let's get it jumping. Or a Gemini will leave the situation because, oh, it's too quiet. It's boring. See how that disrupts your peacefulness in the environment where, hey, what's wrong with peacefulness? This is the thing, though. Gemini tries to dominate the environment, tries to dominate the whole socialness between you and others. See? So if people start to question, why is that Pisces so quiet? What's going on with that Pisces? They start to become curious about you. Let's say the Gemini is present. You know what that Gemini is going to say? Oh, he's weird. Oh, he's a creep. He's always been like that. It's something wrong with him. To try to get those people that are inquisitive about you to stay away from you. See? Secretly, behind your back, not to your face. But when the Gemini is around you, they try to be peaceful. They try to play and act like, oh, that they actually like you. And that's how you're able to identify the real them and how they really feel. Because that's how people would treat you, how they feel about you and what they think about you. They give you no place among them regarding your expression. They close it off. You wonder why you're not invited to those certain places, but you see everybody on your news feed doing something special, but that Gemini makes sure you're not invited. And let me tell you this, it's not always because they hate you. Sometimes it's more inward, it's more receptive, it's more feminine, because what it is that they don't want you to outshine them. They don't want you to dominate the socialness that goes on in the conversation that you often do. See, Gemini pays attention. So think about this. I'm going to tell you how powerful a Pisces is. You Pisces, when you walk into a room, you shift the energy. See, forget about an aura. When you walk into a room, it's almost like somebody opened the door to where the lake, the water just rushes into a building, and it affects everybody. Everybody can feel you present in the moment. You haven't even said anything, but let's say there's chaos. Let's say there's arguing, there's fighting going on. You Pisces, when you walk into that room, all of a sudden the energy shifts where people start to shake hands and become friends again and say, hey man, you know what are we even fighting for? Hey man, hey, you know, I don't really got nothing against you. I just wanted this, or hey, I wanted that. People feel like they can actually relax. The peace becomes what? Hey, the peace becomes present. Because all you did, Pisces, your energy, hey, you just walked in, didn't say a word, and then all of a sudden, hello, how you doing? Good morning. And that wasn't even happening before you got there. There's people that don't even like clean up behind themselves. All of a sudden, they start throwing shit in the garbage. People start doing right. People start what? Telling on themselves. Hey, Brenda, I'm sorry for eating your lunch on Friday. I was just starving. I forgot mine at home, but I apologize. So today I'm going to treat you out for lunch today. That doesn't always happen. But because that Pisces is there, people start to what? They start to feel themselves doing wrong. And then what? They want to redeem themselves. They want to ask for forgiveness. They want to repent. They want to say, hey, I'm sorry. You know what? Hey, I ran out of tuna. So what did I start feeding the dogs? Ground beef. It's just an example. And then all of a sudden, they start telling on themselves. Oh, man, you know what, man? I'm wrong for that. I shouldn't have been feeding them ground beef. I should have just went to the store, got off my lazy ass, and went to go buy some tuna. See? But then that's the thing. You don't think Gemini for 1 second don't see that energy shift? He or she, they're going to hate that shit. Because they're going to know every time you come around, people start acting and talking different. But when they're around, it's all chaos, see? And confusion. But that's the thing. The illusion is that, oh, you're weak. That you're weird. That's the picture and the story that Gemini tries to sell to the people that are curious and inquisitive about why you're so quiet. Why aren't you talking to everybody? Why do you only talk to Susie Ann? Why do you only talk to Phil? Why you only talk to Arthur, but you don't talk to no other co-workers or staff members at that facility? Because you saw something that everybody missed. See, you read energy, you pick up on people that are bad for you. You pick on people that are good for you. You pick up on people that actually listen to you. You know who your real friends are. You know who the people that really got your back. And you just simply what? You maneuver around them because why? You're a water sign. Be like water. Be like water means be calm. You don't have to say anything. You can literally outmaneuver your enemies just because of how you move. See? But this is the thing. If how you automatically identify an enemy is because they feel you. See, they feel you, which shows that, oh, you feeling some type of way when I'm around you. Everybody else that likes me, or even if it's just a colleague, even if it's just an associate, they're normal. They act normal. So if you're acting all the, hey man, what's going on? Who is this guy? Who is this woman? You're reacting because you feel as though what you're hiding has came to the surface. And you're afraid to face yourself. You're afraid to face the truth of what you're hiding. When you get around that Pisces, you start to hate the fact that, oh man, you might realize that you're not a real person. You don't keep it real. So then all of a sudden when you get around that Pisces, you start to question yourself and say, damn, I don't really want to come into grips with the whole me being fake right now. I don't really like this Pisces, but the Pisces knows you don't like them. That's why they're not talking to you. You think that silence is for the Pisces? No, that silence is for you too. See, Pisces leaves you into what? Prison. Pisces puts you into a silent prison in a state of mind. Your mindset changes because why? A Pisces puts you there until you come to your senses. See, because a Pisces realizes there's an ending that must happen. You can't do something and keep getting away with it and keep on doing it to other people. So what Pisces does is just simply ignore you. Isn't that the same feeling that you would feel as though you were in a prison? There's no fun. There's no activities. You have to sit there and think about what you did, what you said, and how you should change, and what you can change. And you can only control what you can change. See? The people that don't like jail are the people that what? Those are the what? The bad apples, right? The people that can't stay still or stand still or just stay put. They always got to be doing something, saying something. Gemini. Could you imagine putting someone in? Could you imagine putting a Gemini in prison? Locked up. Who are you going to talk to? Your cellmate is tired of listening to your crap. Who are you going to talk to then? You can't shapeshift. What are you going to shapeshift into? So then you have to face yourself. That's the whole analogy of what I'm coming up with, is that you have to face yourself. When you're dealing with Pisces, you don't have any rights. You don't have any choice. You have to be authentic. And if you're not, that's going to be your karma. See, what Pisces will do is, once a Pisces leave your life, you best believe I swear, man, 100%. I put this on everything, dead homies. You're going to have to face yourself. And guess what the next person, after you don't treat that Pisces right, your karma is going to be the next person. Yes. And they're going to show you why you must respect the Pisces, why you must respect a person in general. See, because the cycle ends. See? So if a Pisces did you, hey, looked out for you, did a lot of things that other people wouldn't, and you didn't appreciate it, your karma is coming for the next person you get with. And they're going to do you dirty to remind you that, hey, I should have valued what I lost. Because there ain't no second chances with Pisces. A Pisces, yeah, they forgive you, but they're not going to let you come back. See? Because you must learn. You can't learn if you just are able, easily able to just be let back in. Now, here's the thing. Some Pisces that haven't learned yet, they may actually fall, make mistakes. We all do. But at the same time, you're going to end up seeing it that, hey, damn, I should have just did the right thing regarding this Pisces. Because Pisces, I'm going to tell you, you will feel guilty. Yes, you will. You will feel guilty, and if you did them wrong, you will feel guilty. If that Pisces did you wrong, now that karma will come on the Pisces. See, but when you're the one that's doing something to the Pisces, a lot of times you start to remember that of which how that Pisces treated you before things got ugly. And if you was the main cause for them actually leaving, because this is a thing, Pisces don't always fight the same way you would think them to do it. Sometimes Pisces simply just leave you alone. Remember I said the prison mindset, because why? Pisces rules the jails, the prisons, the isolation, being detached. See, when a Pisces leave you and detach from you emotionally, that's how it feels. It feels cold. It feels like you're in the hole. Because a Pisces so giving and compassionate, once a Pisces take that away from you, the opposite effect happens. Then you start feeling left out. You start feeling lonely. You start feeling depressed. You start feeling like no one listens to you anymore. You start feeling like, oh, nobody laughs at your jokes. Nobody is you realize that nobody's there anymore, because your memory is only thinking about the Pisces of how good they treated you, to where you can actually see and feel the difference with someone else. See, a Pisces would listen to you talk about how things went at work. Oh, this person was, a scumbag, and this person did this, and hey, I had a shitty day, or hey, I had a good day. But most of the time, Pisces attract people that need healing. So when you come on the scene and you start, talking to that Pisces and start to vent to them, you actually realize that they're actually listening to you. But let's say you don't appreciate that and you lose that Pisces. The next person you meet will not listen to a goddamn thing you have to say, because that's your karma. You didn't appreciate it while it was there. So now what? It's almost like, hey, you're just going to get what you wanted. You get the opposite effect every single time. Some people might say, well, that has nothing to do with signs. Some people may say, oh, that's just psychology, the psychological aspects of things. It could be. But either way, when you know a person's sign, it just helps to add the icing on the cake. It shows you that what we're dealing with, when we talk about Gemini, this is why you can't trust them. Now, this is why I say you can't trust them, because let's say, hypothetically speaking, you can't trust anybody. We know that. You can't trust men. You can't trust women. You can't trust them. That's just how the world is. Because why? They will let you down. That's why I say that as a Pisces, you alchemize pain. But you channel it in a different way, which allows you to heal. So there may be art, there may be music, anything that may be some sort of project. But you cannot escape pain. See, pain has to be absorbed in the right way. Pain, you feel pain when you lift weights. That's why they say what? No pain, no gain. You have to chase pain in order to get shit done. You might have to work 3 jobs to get shit done. Yeah, it hurts. Your body hurts. Yes, you're sick of it. But you have to. Because why? All your thoughts and all your emotions should be on a big scale. The things you should want to do in life should be on a grander scale, not something small. So you know, if I got to get out here and get it, so be it. No pain, no gain. You live. I'm gonna tell you, this is why I love being a Pisces. My mind is stronger than anything. Because pain, I don't fear pain. I allow it to come to me. Because I can use that as energy to get shit done, to think, to come up with ideas. People think that, oh, because you experience pain or traumas that, oh, it's over for you. Do you know there's certain things that a Pisces experience that other people would not even be able to last one fucking day? They wouldn't be able to last one day in your shoes. I'm gonna give you an example. I don't have friends. I maybe don't talk to anybody on a day-to-day but my girlfriend. Real talk. I haven't had friends in 10 years, probably 20 years. Because I walk in solitude. I'm happy. I have so much peace that I can sit down and write 10 videos, put 10 videos of YouTube together and not be distracted by any mess, hey man, what happened today? Because why? I learned how to walk alone. I'm a lone wolf. I don't need friends. I realized when I was younger, yeah, I used to sit there and cry about it and say, damn, I don't got no friends, don't got nobody to talk to. But then I realized that ain't nothing but a distraction. It's an illusion to have friends. Because friends can get you killed. Friends can get you in trouble. Friends can backstab you. Friends can get in the way. Who really got time to differentiate who's real and who's fake when it's just an illusion? You really, be honest, you really don't have any friends. You really don't. Not just because of my story. Because you can only manage one person. You cannot manage you cannot manage 10 friends at once. So somebody is going to do you in. Out of all the people who you say, oh, that's my homie, hey, we some day ones, that don't mean nothing. I guarantee you, if you leave your girlfriend butt ass naked, you want around one of your friends, I guarantee you she's gonna get screwed. That's just how loyal. That's why I did the video about loyal. There's no loyalty, fam. Nobody's loyal. You could ask anybody, get anybody on this live, tag me, whatever. Everybody in this life, there is no loyalty, fam. Across the board. There's no loyalty. That's why I always say, that's why my name is Real. Real means really everybody ain't loyal. Because they're not. You got to understand, the people that respect you only respect you because of certain things they get from you. See? So if you want to keep their defenses down, you must, hey, if you eating, you must help your homeboys eat. Because guess what? If you don't feed them, if they don't benefit off of your gain, guess what? They're gonna do you in. They're gonna do you in. It doesn't have to be that you did something wrong. It doesn't have to be that you said something wrong. No, this is just how it is. But everybody got their opinion. Everybody feels differently about that. And that's okay. But I'm just here to just let you guys know that I started looking at life differently based on my story. And the thing about it, why I said that a lot of people can't even wear your shoes, because they can't even get through half the stuff that you've gotten through, that you persevered and got through. You couldn't even do that without what? God's help. See? Like I'll say this. When I got shot at, I thought I was going to die, but I didn't. See? Thank God. Thank God I didn't, but hey, I didn't know that was going to happen. I was just driving like a normal person would on my way home from work and got shot at. Who knows? It could have been what? What they call it, mistaken identity. Could have been any of that. But this is the thing, the whole lesson behind it is that you have to learn, if it's so easy for you to to get what? RP, to get, killed, that should tell you that life is an illusion, bro. You really don't have no control over anything that happens to you. Like, there's so many ways that you can get sick. There's so many ways that, oh, if I eat too much of this, I can, hey, I can get real sick. If I, drink too much water, my lungs will pop. Well, however you want to look at it, there's really nothing to really save you, but God. There's nothing else that can actually help you or get you through anything or save you. So that's why I tell people you have to connect more to the spiritualness of everything. See, it's all about your spiritual walk. Because listen, your flesh, your body, your human body means it's not gonna last, fam. It will break down over the year span. You're not gonna live forever. See. And if you could look at so many different influences before and realize that what is the guy, the one guy with the, I forgot his name, but it was the guy with, was it Bob Marley or something like that? But he said, like, the richness is what? His richness is to what? Live forever. But that's the thing, like, no, that's just, like I say, see, what's his name? Fergo or whatever your name is. Like I say, this is through experience, okay? This is not something that, oh, I'm just making up. It's through experience. Geminis and Pisces are not compatible. They're not. That's the truth. They're not compatible, and I'm not going to sit on here and lie and say, oh, yeah, they're compatible, and yeah, no, they're not compatible. If they are together, you best believe that, hey, they will do a lot of arguing. And this is the thing about it. When you're dealing with a Gemini, especially if you're a Pisces man, the communication is different. See, you can't, as a Pisces, you can't expect a Gemini to feel where you're coming from, period. Because she intellectualizes everything. She wants to talk about everything, but she is not going to be on the forefront of telling you the truth of how she feels and what she feels. So she may listen to you, but then she has her own opinion. She might disagree with you, just like Libra. Libra can play both sides. So as you're telling a Libra woman a story of how something went, she's keeping data. She's paying close attention to your words and who it's about. But this is the problem. Libra will try to pick sides behind your back to use against you as if you were in court. Whole time you think a Libra is listening to your side. They might be nodding their head as if they agree with you, but they secretly disagree with you. This is what I'm trying to say, is like, you can't go off of emotions when you're dealing with air signs, period. Because they're not genuine with their emotions of how they feel anyway. So then that's what keeps that conversation going between them and others, is based on conversations concerning how they really feel about what such and such said. See? They would say, oh, I don't really like this person, but you talking to him every day. See, it's like stuff like that is just two-faced. Since Fergie or whatever your name is, since you had something to say about that, why do you guys do that? What's your opinion? Defend your argument. Why are you guys so two-faced? Why can't you just keep it real? What are you so bored about? What are you so bored about? Mid-conversation, damn, a Pisces listen to you talk just to find out that what? You contradict yourself mid-sentence. Just because you want to dominate the conversation. Come on, man. Yeah, they don't feel the way we do. They act like they know everything. They want to actually try to be the one to act like they got it all figured out. Oh, I know what happened. I know why this person is the way that they are. No, you don't. You can't even say that if you haven't met them. But that's the thing, like, now Capricorn, you got to watch, because Capricorn gets jealous. I'm going to tell you the number one thing why is because of the dynamic. Capricorns hate the way Pisces ignores them. They cannot take it. In the same way they can't take it from any other sign. Because why? They have to always be seen and heard and comforted. See? That's where they feel safe and secure. It's through being comforted by others. Going from what? Touch, taste, feel, holding hands, making hugs. They can be the type of men that are tender when it comes to women. Your everyday average simp, the guy who treats his woman like a queen, takes her out everywhere, always is forking the bill, leaving a tip, just because he wants all the hugs, the kisses, and the holding of hands. But as soon as that same woman ignores his phone calls, he gets super insecure. To the point where he will do anything to I'm talking about this type of guy could be very abusive. Capricorn men. Just because you ignored his phone calls because you were taking a shit, he blew up. He the type of person to be like in the club, man, she ain't answering my calls. Oh hell, I'm finna go over there and do such and such. Like, what are you doing, bro? What if she's just using the bathroom? She might not want to be sitting on the toilet and using her phone. Come on, bro. You can't just be thinking like somebody is tied to you 24/7, man. You gotta give her some space, let her breathe. No, Capricorn is what? They like to smother. See? So you gotta be careful. Now, the good side of a Capricorn is they may have, a good job. They might be the type of person that's not lazy, but they can actually become too involved in work too much, just like a Taurus. They can just think in a way that, yeah, it may appear to be practical, but you got to also take an off day. See, you might want to go spend time with your kids on the weekends. But sometimes Capricorn and Taurus, they can take on a lot, especially when it comes to overtime at work. Like, I'm gonna tell you the 3 zodiac signs that will hog all the overtime. Leo, see, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. Yeah, those are the 3 that's gonna book a lot of overtime. Pisces can pick up overtime here and there as they see fit, or if, let's say, they see that as actually a good deal. See, let's say, that Pisces sees that, oh, I'm gonna get double pay and all these, extra, let's say it's a lot of different pay rates that change because they pick up those extra shifts. A Pisces will say, hell yeah, that's worth it. That's almost whatever the amount is. But that's a different story. Now let me see here. It's a reason why you're blocked, Leroy. It's a reason why you blocked, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, you just stop scraping and scrambling, man. Just be positive. Just be, don't try to get on the live and just troll, man. That's getting old. But anyway, yeah. What y'all think about Capricorn and Libra and Gemini? Yeah, it's a big soda, but hey, man, it's watered down, so it's all good, clown. Another thing too is what I really wanted to tell everybody is this. I'm not saying as soon as you discover somebody being a particular sign, like I say, everything is to be taken with a grain of salt. Don't just quit your job just because you're working with a Gemini, because you're working with a certain type of sign that I may have said that, hey, you guys don't get along. But what I want to say is that that the detriment of you becoming close to that person on your job is what you got to watch out for. Because listen, when you're dealing with Gemini, they're not going to just up and just do what I said. They're not going to just up and do what I said. You're going to realize that you eventually find out that they have done it. See? So that's like I say, as soon as you start getting too comfortable with that Gemini, what I said is going to happen. See? Because you have to be baited. You have to be deceived and fall for that piece of cheese that's on that mousetrap. See? But once you go over there becoming curious and trying to lollygag with that Gemini, knowing you're a Pisces, soon as that rat or mousetrap snaps and your neck is on it, hey, don't say, oh man, real, you should have told me, man. This Gemini just set me up. I told you that's why I'm telling this the type of live video segments that I do is to keep you as a Pisces aware. See, when you become highly aware of things, then there's less attacks because you see them coming. See, if I get on here and just blow smoke up your butt and just tell you all sweet nothings and say, oh yeah, well, Gemini, what I see you doing is, I can see that you're being a strong, influencer, and everybody likes you at work, and yeah, just keep making those cookies. And man, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all and say all this bull crap about yeah, so I'm not gonna get on here and pull tarot cards and be like, so look, this is what I see happening to you. See, the King of Swords and the fifth house is active, and right now they're going through a transit. And that's bullshit, fam. I'm just telling you. All that, I'm going to tell you, all that stuff that them astrologers be talking about is bullshit. Like I said, I'm not an astrologer. What I talk about is science. See, my channel is different. I talk about science. I talk about compatibility. But when it comes to the tarot cards, see, tarot cards is that's a whole different thing. See, when you dealing with witches and warlocks and people that are demons, walking demons, those are those astrologers. See, telling you, especially demonic entity right there. AI cannot depict the future. A lot of things that AI tells you is false. A lot of things that AI tells you, it will literally ruin. See, a lot of people become dependent. They become dependent on it because it sounds good. But What happens when you rely on AI? See? What happens when you lose access to it? Like I told people, we are in the end times. In case you didn't know. There's going to come a time when there's no more banks, when there's no more debit card, when there's no more chipset of how we pay for things. The dollar bill would become what? No more. But then there would be a new world order that would become what? Digital ID, where what? You can't pay for nothing unless you swipe your hand with that chip implanted inside of you, which is the mark of the beast, which is what? Frequency 666. See? And a lot of people going to fall for it. A lot of people going to buy into it like they did with the COVID vaccine. They're going to all go and take it, and hey, they're going to think they need to because why? They don't have access to food anymore. This is actually happening way over what? Overseas. United Kingdom. They have digital ID. See, they tested us and played with us with what? This whole Bitcoin and all this bull crap. All those different coins and all that, that means something. That's the future. But people are asleep right now. They're walking around thinking that, oh, you wonder why the food stamps got cut off? Oh, until the government opens back up. That's bullshit, fam. See, people fall for anything that these people say, and they believe it to be true, knowing that they have been deceived. Donald Trump is a Gemini. Some of you fools voted for him because you fell for what? You fell for that. See, that makes sense to you. He lied to y'all, fam. See, this man, listen, bro. This is why, man, some of y'all, I hate y'all and I love y'all, some of y'all, but I hate some of y'all because some of y'all still don't understand how you can't trust a fucking Gemini. But you voted for Donald Trump. And now you all, see, the funny thing is now you're surprised. Oh man, he just cut off my auntie's food stamps. No, you think? I could have told you that. But real, you're talking about zodiac signs, man. Nobody believes in that shit. Nobody cares about that. Well, you probably should care because your Gemini president is walking around cutting food stamps off, shutting the government down, firing people. Bro, this is so destructive and chaotic. Why would you go and just into the White House and just fire everybody? Come on, man. Why'd you go and just fire everybody? People that you actually need, like, come on, for no reason, no legitimate reason. You're just overthrowing the government. You're just doing what the hell you want. Because why? You want to dominate the social. See, the socialness of the world. You want to be the only, you want to make it seem like, oh, I'm running things. See, I can fire you just because I want to. Not because I can. It's almost like, damn, you would just go and just tear up everything and don't even give a damn. He's just a, what, puppet to bring on the New World Order. Come on. See, with him and Elon Musk, they already started the whole what? Elon Musk started the Tesla thing. What is Tesla ran off? What do the vehicles run off of? Chip. Wake up, you guys. If everything is going to be electric and ran off a chip that runs everything, come on. Because you already depict what the future holds. I told y'all, 4 years ago, I said that this is going to be, before AI even came up on, I said that it's going to be robots, see? Then what happened? AI came. People started buying robots to clean their homes, to clean their stores. How can we, if food stamps get cut off and then there's no jobs? Come on, man. If eggs and bread are what, $4 or $5, if a box of cereal is $8, then what? Oh, when it goes on sale, that was the original price before what? It went up. So you're not even getting a deal. Wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up, man. A Gemini is inconsistent in all its ways and contradicting in its nature. So when they say they're going to do something, guess what? They're not going to do it. He manipulated the whole world into what? Voting for him when he was just going to cheat anyway. So it was going to, this is why this is why I personally don't vote, because it's an illusion. You have no control. Remember I said, for somebody to shoot at you, you have no control over that. You can walk across the street and a semi just comes through and just takes you out, right? You have no control over that. Just because you drive in a car, it could break down while you're driving it. You don't have no control over that. You think you're driving the car because you got your hands on the steering wheel? You think you're controlling the vehicle? Guess what? If anything disrupts along the way, guess what? It doesn't matter. When it's your time, it's your time. That steering wheel you holding on to cannot save your life. When your food stamps get cut off, what are you going to do? And let's say you one of those type of families that got what? You got 5 kids, but you're on food stamps, right? What are you going to do when the food stamps get cut off? Then what you going to do? Because you done got addicted and dependent on what the government supplies you with, right? So now when it gets taken away, you run up to the government's door, knock, knock, knock. I need food stamps. I need food stamps. And then they give you a digital ID and say, oh, if you want food stamps, you got to implant this chip into your arm to feed your kids. What you going to do? Oh, yeah, let me get that digital ID. Everybody's going to rush in line for that mark of the beast. Everybody going to take the 666 chip. And they're going to be fully deceived, because once you take that chip, guess what? You cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. Once everybody take that 666 chip, see, it's not going to be the label on it that says 666. Spiritually, it's going to be the mark of the beast. But it's going to be wrapped up in the present based off your needs. If you wanting those food stamps, guess what? You got to take this implant. We have to put this chip inside of you. Swipe your arm to get your meals, to get your canned goods, to get your bread, to get your everything. And a lot of people going to take that chip. I'm not going to take the chip, because why? See, I can't talk about a lot of stuff on this platform, but like I say, I'm not going to take the chip, see? Because I'm going to go to heaven. A lot of people say, oh, well, you're talking about zodiac signs and that's against God and stuff. Listen, man, you know how many people talk about so many different things? Are you saying the same thing about them? Hey, don't judge me. Judge yourself, see? Focus on yourself, because you don't know what I do behind closed doors. See, that's me and my business. But like I say, you have to be careful what you're doing when you're doing it. You have to be careful what you believe, who you trust, what you hear, because at any moment, somebody can lie to you. See? But see, when you listen to somebody and they lie to you and you don't even know they're doing so, it shows more about you. See? It shows more about you, because you can't believe everything you see. A lot of times, that's why I say it's what you can't see. It's what you can't see. What you should believe. A lot of people don't believe in God, but then they believe in Donald Trump. And he's taking from you. He's ruining things for your life, for your future. So it's almost like, why do you trust this man? Has he done anything good for you? No. So why do you keep on trusting him? Why you keep voting for him? Why you keep saying, oh, yeah, man, let me get a red Donald Trump hat. Yeah, man, cool down. Yeah, man, I'm all with it. I'm all with the shenanigans. It's like, okay, that's only going to last for so long. And then his ending is going to come, because a new president come walking in. And all the damage has been done previously. But it only takes one person to just tear up everything. Change the whole world. We remember back in the day, when I was in school, we used to have the Pledge of Allegiance. That changed. So you can expect a lot more changes to happen before actually someone comes in to fix it, if that even happens. A lot of people say he's our last president. A lot of people don't even know who the Antichrist is. People don't know that it possibly will be another war. People don't know. See, a lot of this stuff people don't even, they don't want to. I understand a lot of people don't even want to think about anything like that, because the first thing kicks in is fear of the unknown. But when you start to think outside the box and look at life and say, what am I doing right now? Like, I'm going to tell you right now, demons are real. They're around us right now, invisible. You can't see them until when you become what? In their realm. And see, once your eyes close and you pass away, then you will see what was all around you. You'll be very aware of what was all around you all along. But guess what? Trying to run back where it was safe, it was too late. Some people would rather be alive when they know the truth. But a lot of times they only find out the truth when it's too late. See, you have to be aware. You have to be aware, because if you don't know what's out there, it can hurt you. There's a lot of people that will leave their homes in the middle of the night and not know that someone is actually walking through their backyard, searching their vehicles, taking their mail, taking anything that's worth something. And then you want to know the funniest thing? It's not funny, but you want to know the craziest thing about it? All while you're sleeping in your home. That's why people have Ring cameras. That's why people put Ring cameras in their backyard, because they want to be aware of what the hell is going on when they're sleeping. Because the mindset of the person that is wandering around at night, going through your car, stealing all your goods out, doing all kind of things, snooping around at night, they don't expect you to be what? Aware. Why do you think they're searching around your house at night? Because they assume you're sleeping. So it's only when you put a camera outside, it's for you to be aware that, hey, someone is walking around at night, taking something or doing something to the neighbors or myself. You will never catch him or find out unless you think like that. That's thinking outside the box. That's thinking ahead. That, hey, don't just think simple-minded, normal-minded. Just because you live in a rich neighborhood doesn't mean that you're exempt. Because when you think, that's the moment when, as soon as you doubt that and say, oh no, my neighborhood, I paid it what, $1 million for this home, nothing, hey, that kind of stuff doesn't happen out here, you're dead wrong. You will be so surprised. Like, I remember one time I was watching this when I was in college. I remember we were in the criminal justice class, and they showed us this video how this man, he literally stalked one of his coworkers. He followed her home, and she stayed into like one of those like suburban type style neighborhoods. He followed her home, and literally, so he waited for all her lights to shut off, and this man went to her bedroom window and climbed through the window while she was asleep. He basically, I can't say those terms on the platform, but he took her and abducted her and all that type of stuff, and it was all over the news, everybody. And the whole point of the criminal justice class was basically to tell the officers that This is the type of crimes that can happen. Like, people can be stalked and followed by their coworkers. And then what they ended up finding out, he had an infatuation for that woman. Like, he was a creep. He didn't never make no advances. Everybody said at work he didn't talk. He didn't bother nobody. No one really knew anything about him. But he just so happened he had an infatuation with one of his workers, followed her home and did that. And she had no idea. See, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, not once did she look over her shoulder. Not once did she, like, look both ways and just to see, like, oh, to see who's, who sticks out like a sore thumb. She was not aware. So she did not live to see she did not live to see who it was until when? It was too late. See, that's like when Soulja Boy, when he said that those people broke into his home. He said that when he shot one of the dudes, he said he stood over him and looked him in his face and he knew who he was. That's crazy. See, it could be your own